Your wife is pregnant.
Can't relate to any of that.
Your wife can't drink because she's pregnant with your child. Mm-hmm. Are you drinking?
Every single night.
I'm drinking for 2, baby. X Factor.
Episode 16. Why you say it like that?
Yeah, I didn't like that. I just expected you to keep
Factor.
going. X Factor.
We're
Sounds like AI.
back. Dude, we need to do 2 episodes a week because I feel like we haven't filmed in a long time.
I know. It's only been like 7 days.
Isn't that weird? Mm-hmm. We're back, though. We're back. How was your week this week?
My week was interesting, to say the least, but it was good. I went to an Ed Sheeran concert.
Oh.
He's amazing live. I
Dude.
didn't know he's that good.
Ed Sheeran was like my childhood favorite artist.
I know. And then we
started roasting him because what? He's a ginger? Like
no, that's a weird take.
No, but everyone hates on him on social media.
They do. It's because he's popular.
Yeah.
People just hate like
and
anything
he's
pop.
honestly, it's because he's not
Honestly,
cute.
the fans on.
That's fine. It's because he's not cute. If he was an attractive man, I promise you he wouldn't get as much hate.
I don't think he's...
It's pretty privilege. It's a real freaking thing.
Oh, God. I mean, I don't think he's ugly. He's okay.
Dude, anyone, you could be a 4 and your voice be a 10 and you're like
He's
solid.
a 14.
Yeah, 100%.
No, but it was really good. He actually just like, what he does is he like builds the song up by himself. So he just like loops it. So like he'll play like a riff on the guitar and then just like loop it. So the riff is just continues playing. So it's like a one-man show for a lot of it.
Yeah,
it's really
it's
good.
like he's super talented, amazing voice, incredible. That's awesome. Where does he rank in your concert going?
Oh, I don't know. Not like that
I feel
memorable.
I feel like you...
Not that memorable. I did really like if it was weird because back when I was in like 8th grade, I was super into One Direction and stuff. And at the same time, that was when Ed Sheeran was like on the come up. And so there was a lot of like nostalgia with those songs, especially the old songs that I haven't heard in forever.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like, I mean, it was great, but it wasn't like phenomenal.
I think I would have loved it.
You would have liked it way more than I would have.
Anyways, your weekend sounded cool. My weekend was out on a boat. That's why my face is so...
Yeah, you look toasty, dude.
Dude, not just toasty,
You look
dude.
like
I've never
prepubescent.
like I texted you this, the deepest, darkest days of puberty. I didn't even look like this. Like at some points I was bad, not this bad. This is, I don't know if you can see it on camera. It's horrible. I don't touch my face often, but sometimes I'll just like wipe my eyes or something, and I now feel like all these bumps.
Ew. Yeah, no, I've actually never seen you look like this. Like it's super weird. It's definitely sun poisoning.
Yeah, it's bad. My whole back is bad. I'm literally sleeping like this, like.
You claim that you reapplied sunscreen?
I 100% did. I promise you an absurd amount. Like I would, granted it was only SPF 30.
Oh, well, I don't know anything about
that.
But
I clumped it on. Like I obsessively did it.
Well, that half Peruvian side of you is just not there.
But
not there.
I do want to start getting more tan. I mean, the tan is kind of nice.
No,
Yeah, you know. You look at this,
there.
super pale, and then this is, you know.
What? How many inches are your
Swim
shorts? Yeah, because they should be 5.
They're probably
They should be 5.
They're probably a little bit more than that, but yeah, you're right. My favorite one's just rips. Those were nice.
That's on video, actually.
A few weekends ago, we got so lit and we were like slap boxing each other.
Yeah. What technically? What is that? It's like a sparring.
I don't know. I was.
You were doing a little bit more than slap boxing, bro. I woke up the next day, bruises all over my legs from Xander just freaking kicking me.
The videos are so funny, kicking, slapping, like dude, it was so funny.
Yeah, and then you ripped your pants. Lana has it on videos. So.
But anyway, so this weekend I was out in the sun a lot. I was on the boat on the ocean. I've never ridden a boat into the ocean except for like a cruise ship, but not like a smaller boat.
I feel like it's scary.
It was.
Yeah.
Even on a lake, I'm not gonna lie. So we went like 15 miles out. However, you could still see on both sides like there was land. No, actually no, not the whole time. But eventually, yes. Like there was islands everywhere.
But what happens? Like, do you think you could survive?
So the whole time I was like, I hope he has life jackets because like I could survive for a while treading, but like.
No, I mean, and also it's like salt water, so it's like you're more buoyant. But like, could you swim 15 miles? Do you think?
No,
right now?
100% not.
I know I
1,000%
could.
not.
I know I could.
Maybe you could if like survival was at stake.
Yeah.
But like also, anything less than survival, you will be going down.
No, it would take me a long time, but I would just.
I'm just saying to even get out there on the boat going, however, probably, I don't know, 20, 30 miles an hour. Forever. It took like 20 minutes. 20 minutes.
Maybe I can't. Maybe it's one of those things where I'm like, I could do it.
It was a long time. But then granted, there's shore on both sides. So maybe, but anyways, we're out on this ocean. The amount of boats. So we got in a boat on a marina. The amount of boats and the amount of stupidly nice boats. Like we're talking like 20, $50 million boats are out here. So nice. The parking spots for these boats alone are $250,000.
For what, like a year?
So it's a down payment of $250,000, and then every month there's like fees, like HOA fees or like different fees. Not HOA, but something like that, where you have to like upkeep the spot. $250K down.
Okay, so you know how we talked about a few episodes ago where it was like, would you buy whatever with money, and then you were like, I'm getting a private jet, whatever. I would get a yacht.
So
yacht, nice one.
Yeah.
I mean, like slick.
The amount of upkeep, like you're gonna have to hire multiple full-time people just to take care of that.
That's okay.
I guess if you have that much money, sure. But it was just so crazy to see this type of lifestyle. Like I went in a condo that like you go in the elevator in like the lobby of the whatever. You click the floor and then you click like a password and then it takes you to the level. It opens up into his living room.
It's like a penthouse.
Yeah.
It's so freaking.
Into his living room. You're the only person there. Are you?
A little scary, but very nice.
Why is that scary?
Just to be like, if you lived alone in such a big place, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
honestly, it wasn't that big square footage wise. It wasn't huge, but it was like you walk in there, you're like, this is nice.
You're like, this is millions.
Yeah. Multi-millions. You can, and this was like a corner one. So you could pretty much see not a 360, but almost a 360 of like
pretty.
out in the ocean.
That's how they always show the ones in New York. I would want one in New York.
Yeah.
Especially over Central Park. Ugh.
Yo, that. Yeah. So anyways, like it was cool to live that life for a little bit.
Live that life.
No,
dabble in that life.
Just to experience it. And Kevin even said, he was like, dude, like we're young, like not a lot of young people have access to those things.
Yeah.
And he was like, it was really cool just to experience that. Cause usually, you'll be older. I'm assuming a lot of people there were actually older. And the island we went to, it was 15 miles out, just naked people everywhere.
I mean, no laws out there. Who's gonna check them?
No laws. Apparently during like holidays and certain times there would be like cops patrolling.
Yeah.
But like not all the time.
Very interesting.
And also they don't care about the naked people, the cops. Like they are just fine.
I mean, like you pick your battles, right?
Yeah. And weed, people are smoking weed out there.
Really?
Yeah. And obviously it's Florida, so.
Yeah.
But is it? Yeah, it is Florida.
Wait, what? What about Florida?
I don't know. It's just in the ocean.
Oh yeah.
Like
is international waters? Yeah, I don't understand.
Not that far. It's not that far into it. So yeah.
Well. All right, let's try this drink.
Oh.
Shout out to Hourglass. At Hourglass, I think they brewed it. It's called I4 Eyesore. So
this is so cool. Such a cool local bar. Bro.
Yes.
I mean local beer. Sorry.
Well, local beer and local bar.
Yeah.
Like it's a brewery. It's really nice.
So it's a Florida lager with lime, grapefruit, and orange.
Also like a citrusy lager.
I used to not like citrusy beers.
What? My favorite.
Now I'm less picky, but like let's try it out.
I wish I knew the freaking alcohol percentage. They have it on when we bought it. They had it, but it's not on the thing. Anyway, yeah, Hourglass is super cool. So this one, if you don't know, if you're not from Orlando or whatever, they freaking have this like building on the side of I-4. It's called the I-4 Eyesore. And
it's not like everyone calls it that.
I mean, whatever.
Because of
they just left it there. Like they didn't.
Apparently, it's open now.
I mean, maybe, but
yeah, it's just a building there. It's just like a random, like in the middle of nowhere.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, I really like this a lot.
I like it too.
I feel like I say this every week. No, but this is really good. It's literally just tastes like.
I don't taste all of those fruits.
Okay.
Like we're talking lime, grapefruit, and orange.
I can definitely taste lime. Just think lime while you sip it.
I'm getting more grapefruit. Am I? I don't know. Grapefruit is like. I'm on a mission to like every single food out there.
You're on a mission to just be boring.
That's not boring.
It is boring.
Who came back at you? Oh, who was it? It's like, what are you talking about? That's the coolest. Aaron?
Yeah. I think it was Aaron.
It was Aaron. He was like, that is the coolest thing ever. To like it freaking is.
Why is that
cool? Dude, here's the thing.
That is so funny.
I think it's food. At the end of the day, it's food, right? It literally helps you live. Just like it. Like, why are you being picky? It's like, okay, I think about it like this. Certain things you might like.
Now, bro.
I did, remember? Literally last week.
Yeah, but it's
I said,
like,
I go, Elena, watch this.
But why put yourself through that if you really don't like it? I really want to start liking spicy food. And I have a little bit. I made buffalo chicken for us today. That was good.
Okay.
But it's just like, I want to like really spicy food.
See, here's the difference between that. That is a pain level. It's like, why are you putting yourself through that? That is stupid.
That's how I feel about you putting yourself through liking.
No, that is in your head like a preference. Like that's like saying like something that doesn't have any effect on your actual physical well-being, you're like, oh, I just don't like it. Like,
okay. However, taste is there for, like, I don't know. I feel like there's biological reasons why taste is like.
There?
There probably is. Speaking of biological
imagine someone
reasons,
that
go ahead.
only eats chicken fingers. Oh, it's biological reasons.
No, that's ridiculous. But I'm just saying you don't have to like everything.
If you say that's ridiculous, there's a spectrum to everything. I think it's ridiculous to be like, I would never eat that food.
No. Okay. I feel like you should at least try something once. And try it. And
again, multiple times.
It's like, okay, yes.
After a certain time.
Right. After a while, you're just like, okay, I just don't really like it.
Yeah.
Like, I know the stuff I don't really like.
Well, for instance, I hated cottage cheese all growing up. Yeah. I tried it recently at your house. Was so good.
That was you, I think.
That was weird. It wasn't even that was like a mouth thing, but it was so good. Something else recently, avocado. I did not like it growing up. I'm in an avocado phase right now. Everything avocado. I eat a lot per day.
Oh.
And then.
That's like really good fat. Like healthy fat.
Right. Cucumbers. I used to hate cucumbers. Now.
How do you hate cucumbers?
Well, see how annoying that sounds when someone says it?
That's so weird to me.
You see how annoying and dumb that sounds? So,
yeah.
I feel that way too. So I don't want to do it.
So I saw this TikTok. I've seen two actually that I want to talk about. And it's very specifically about like, you don't realize how much humans are just animals and like how much like we're wired and biologically like we do things to like progress, like because like the whole point of like us living is like to progress our species kind of thing. Like also I'm getting into some testy territory like, but this is just what I believe. It's actually not what I believe, it's science. But so one of the things was like teenagers. Have we talked about this before?
I don't know.
Teenagers are biologically wired to think that their parents are stupid. So let me explain why. Let me explain why. Hold on. It's not even a stretch. Like, it's not even a stretch. So from the ages of like 13 to 20, it's like your prime, like, what's it called? Reproductive, like prime fertile years.
13 to 20?
Yeah.
God dang.
I know, right? Well, because people were living to like what? Like 25. So yeah, it's your prime reproductive years.
Were?
Yeah, like a long time ago. Like till like 30. Just listen. So anyway.
But in like biblical times, people lived so long. I don't really know.
I'm just saying. Okay, let me finish. Okay. There's biological reasons. So the point of it is because like, okay, teenagers, like if their parents say something, their parents are stupid. Their parents don't know what they're talking about, whatever. If somebody else, like their neighbor, their friend's parents say it, let's say the same thing, they hear their friends' parents and they're like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. They'll listen to that.
That makes sense.
But I'm not. So this is why. It's because they wanted to like the idea was you go to like a different tribe, like you run away. Like how many teenagers like want to run away when they get pissed at their parents? Like the idea is that you go to a different. It prevents like inbreeding, like within like a family. Like you leave and you go somewhere else. Like that was the whole idea. I think it's freaking brilliant to think about like. I want to say anthropology, but I cannot figure out if that's anthropology. It's just so fascinating to think about like what triggers like are like what is like kind of predetermined for us. Like I don't know.
That is interesting. I guess like it's human nature, biology to like leave the nest because all animals do that, right?
Right. And it like, but this kind of just like.
Well, all don't. Some stay with the tribe the whole time.
Yeah, but those that do, like for example, like elephants stay with their tribe the whole time, but the men, once they're like of reproductive age or whatever, they leave and they find another tribe.
Huh. Aren't there more cultures in the world right now that stay in the nest for longer?
Yes. Again, socially we've changed. I'm not saying that like, obviously we don't have teenagers running amok through the streets. Like I'm just saying like there's a reason why. I truly remember like now, and once you like pass that age, like now, like when my parents say something, like I don't think they're dumb, but like definitely like when I was a teenager, I would straight up be like, that's dumb. Even if like my friend's parent turned around and said the same thing, I'd be like,
I guess. I feel like I would almost, and again, I don't know, I would almost attribute it more to like when you're young, you feel invincible, you're naive, you think you know the world because your world is this small, and then you realize you don't.
I understand that, and that does have something to do with it, of course, but it's different. It's specifically the teenage years, right? Like I'm aware of the world when I was in middle school, but I didn't really like feel any type of way towards my parents until I really started hitting like puberty.
That part does make sense. Okay. Because those teenage years are like the difficult or like the rebellion period.
Yes, it's because it's like everything your parents say is stupid. Even if you're a logical person, I feel like I've always been like a pretty logical person and it doesn't matter. But, and another thing, this is like kind of a little bit of a segue, but it's still about like biology and how much like it affects like our sense of community and how much it like really goes into like what makes us human in our interactions with each other. Emotional tears versus irritant tears. Like emotional tears have a higher like protein concentration. So yes, so they stay on your face longer. Like they take longer to fall. They stay on your face longer, which like increases the time that like basically someone can see it, and it elicits like a care response, like a community response from other people.
Bro, that is crazy.
Is that not insane?
Yeah.
Like, so
wait, what is the other type of tear?
Irritant tears.
What is that, like pain?
Like I'm assuming this is an assumption, but I'm pretty sure like pain. Okay. Like it's like something that's not like
you don't need immediate care for.
Yes, yeah. Like it's like a reactionary. Like you're not thinking about anything, it just happens kind of thing.
Do you think it's possible to have, back to the teenage thing, do you think it's possible to have like what?
Say it.
Okay, so do you think it's possible to be cool and to be like very likable to your kid when they're in their teenage years?
I almost want to say no.
Yeah, so I think about you because you talked about recently how your little sister, who is now in high school, like you want to be like you want to be cool and like her friend, and you are, but like there's just a difference.
There's still a difference. Like she's still,
and this is only 10 years difference of age.
And here's what's crazy: all of her friends can think I'm very cool.
Yeah.
And like, I know they kind of do. Like I work with the kids, like whatever, like I go back and teach band, whatever. They can think I'm fine or like cool or whatever, but she specifically will still get embarrassed or like she'll still feel a type of way about me.
So they do like you and think you're cool, but I could still see you saying something and then them surprised that you're saying something like this trendy or this in, you know? Because I don't think...
No. Yeah, that, I mean, the surprise, like trendy stuff, yeah, but I still like... They can be surprised that I know that or whatever without thinking I'm like cringe for not knowing it. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I think, I don't think they go out of their way to be embarrassed about me. And Rena, like she does, not goes out of her way, but like, I can tell.
Yeah.
I can tell. She's a lot cooler about it than like, I was like with my parents at the time.
I mean, you're not her parents.
I know. Yeah. She's a lot cooler about it. But yeah, she used to make Zana turn down the music like when she got dropped off, like completely turned it off.
Yeah.
So people don't hear what music we're listening to. And I was like, you're insane. Because like, okay, as much as I did like rebel against my parents, I did think they were dumb or whatever and stuff at that age.
You literally didn't.
I didn't.
You didn't even rebel. What did you do?
I definitely did rebel for a little bit. I did.
After school, I went swimming for 2 hours instead of 1 hour.
That is rebellion for my parents. I rebelled. But I still never...
There were people in high school running from the cops, smoking weed, all this.
Yeah, no, exactly. I was so lame. But the thing is though, I still was never like that embarrassed. Like I wouldn't care if they like played music or something. I don't know. It's just like super weird, like what Rena hyperfixates on. I'm just like, this is so weird.
Well, here's the thing again. Social media, I think, plays huge parts in it. Because in our high school years, Instagram wasn't even around in the beginning high school years.
Absolutely. No, it completely changes it. Again, now there is a blueprint that everybody sees of what
there's
you're
a
supposed
standard.
to be.
You're supposed to be what you're supposed to act, how you're supposed to look like.
And it's so terrible for these kids. They don't even know. My dad loves to email me like random articles that are always like, they're just so funny. But today it was like just the dangers of social media. And I like fully agree, fully think that like it's going to shape a generation of people that are so worried about what everybody else thinks. As humans, like I feel like we naturally do worry anyway. But like again, when you have a blueprint of what you're supposed to look like constantly shoved in your face all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a little scary.
And it's a cycle though, to be honest, because like it was at its peak, like I feel like a few years ago. And I really think like TikTok brought it back around because now people are being more authentic on video, being goofy.
Yes. However, at the same time, there's certain rules for that too.
There are,
TikTok is the reason that like all these girls look the same now. Like all these young girls, I'm like, you look like you're 20 and you're 13. It's so weird.
People are experimenting less. Like if you're out there and like dress weird or like different or dye your hair some weird color, like people don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what are you trying to say? No, but like it definitely has like a lot to do with like hormones at that age and everything. And I don't know. Oh, go ahead. No, I was just gonna say it does. I do think it's actually insane how women like deal with hormones and men like they don't deal with it in the same capacity. Like you will never understand like why once a month for a few days everything is wrong and like I'm so sad and I'm so like whatever and there's no reason for it. Like, you will never understand, or I don't think so. You probably won't understand like the feeling of like I literally feel on my body that I'm like that it's not a real feeling, that it's all just hormone like driven.
That's wild.
But yeah, and like pregnancy is another thing, like that same thing. Like, I don't know, your hormones just are freaking all over the place.
Yeah. Dude, so recently I've been like, there's been a lot of like inconsistencies in my life when it comes to like career and like, you know, my finances and things like that.
Yeah.
And I'm focusing on so many different things. Sometimes I don't know where to start and I get overwhelmed. And sometimes I just waste the whole day and I not know where to look, where to go, how to do it.
Yeah.
I heard about this thing recently. It's called HAKALAU. Have you heard of it?
No.
Okay.
Sounds like hakalugi.
No.
That's
makes you feel better.
No.
No, it's so HAKALAU is it's a Hawaiian, like it's an ancient Hawaiian like meditation. And it basically is meant to refocus your brain on your surroundings and like kind of snap you. So it
like
works for a couple of things. Ground you, yes. It helps bring your thoughts from your I keep getting these confused, right brain and left brain, but like the analytical side, the part that stresses and the part that like analyzes everything, thinks about facts and
like
all
the
these
left
things.
brain, right?
I think that's the left. And then it forces you to think with your right, which is the creative side and which is like the more just abstract and aware side. And it's about spatial surrounding, things like that. And so it helps with anxiety, first of all. Like if you're there's so many numerous stories of people having severe anxiety attacks and they use HAKALAU, they enter into HAKALAU and it almost immediately fixes their anxiety attack. But also you can use it in my situation where like there's so many things I could be doing. I don't know where to start.
Yeah.
I'm emailing this company, but I need to do this. And there's so many things, right? Yeah. And it kind of like the technique kind of like snaps you back into your creative and it just makes you aware. It gets you out of your head and makes you aware.
Okay. That's really cool.
So this is how you do it. So what you have to do is focus on something on the wall, like one point on the wall. Maybe not a plain blank wall, maybe like the corner of that light or like the...
Can I focus on your like light on your computer?
Yep.
Okay, sick.
Okay. Well, that's flashing. Something solid.
Oh,
the green one? The green one?
The red lights.
Oh, that.
Red.
Yeah.
I picked one.
All right, so focus on that one point. This is you using your foveal view, right? So
what?
Foveal. This is like the primary focus of your vision as opposed to your peripheral. Okay, so your foveal view.
Foveal view.
So you pick a point, right?
Yeah.
And you stop fidgeting your leg.
God. I'm like my mother.
So you pick a point and then you take your two hands and put them right in front of you.
Okay.
So you're still focused on the point, but you see your hands in your peripheral vision, right?
Yeah.
Then you slowly widen your hands until they almost about leave your peripheral vision, but you're still looking at that point, but you're widening your vision until you can almost not see your hands anymore and you stop. And you could still see your hands in the view. You can still see them. Then you slowly lower them down. And you're still looking at that point, but you can see your hands slowly lowering.
Okay.
Now, your peripheral vision is open. And now notice the walls with your peripheral. You see the walls. You see the carpet on the floor, the ceiling.
Yeah.
The light by your side, everything. Then you can start to feel also. You feel like the chair underneath you and then the chair on the back. And the air conditioning is kind of hot in here, but you feel everything around you. It's making you more aware and present. Right now, you're pushing out of your left side of your brain into your right side. Now,
what?
That's all I got.
Are you serious? That's it? It's It's like bad. It's bad to like be stuck in a meditative.
Okay.
You're not supposed to just stop.
Well, basically, okay, so that is the end of the thing. You're supposed to become more aware.
And that's all I got.
That's all I got. You're supposed to become more aware of your thing. And now that makes you more creative. It makes you more able to sit down, focus on what you need to focus on, as well as get you out of anxiety.
Okay. So yes, the anxiety thing, that's such a good grounding like exercise, you know, because it's the same thing as like the 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can whatever. But I need to like talk to Zana and come back next week on the pod and talk about her meditation techniques. She read this book. It was like, it's literally a science. And it's only 15 minutes a day. And it's like, it's not what you think that meditation is. It's kind of like one of these things. It's like, I'm not going to get into it right now because I want to do it justice. I think it's a really interesting topic to talk about. And I think people would really benefit from it. And again, it's 15 minutes of your day. And apparently it literally makes it feel like you have been like, you got a full night's sleep afterwards. Just 15 minutes.
That's scary.
And but you're not supposed to be like interrupted during it because it like throws you off a lot. Like apparently your brain goes into like a resting mode. I don't know. We'll talk about it like next week because I think it's fascinating and I'll talk about the book too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't want to like talk about it without it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So this is literally like an ancient Hawaiian like thing that they practice.
Yeah.
They call it entering into Hakalau. Yeah. And it just like, again, like just resets your brain and lets you become more aware.
I fully think that like more ancient cultures and like just older in time, like, or going backwards in time, like people were way less anxious and they had real shit to worry about. They had real things that were like, you know, how am I going to get food for today? How am I going to feed my family?
Well, I think it comes down to also intentionality. Like they were very intentional with like, they had to get things done.
Exactly.
It wasn't even a choice. They had to be intentional for survival. Right. And so now it's like, we check out so much. We're scrolling for hours and hours and hours. And I think this is a way to immediately get out of that just like mindless state where you're just like, okay, let me put TikTok down for a second. Let me get productive and do that. And it just like opens up your awareness and then boom. Also just mentally, you've already put down the phone and you've already moved on to the next thing.
No,
so you can keep going.
I mean, I totally agree.
Go ahead.
Nope.
Oh, I have something I have to brag about, which is also about anxiety and all that stuff.
Okay.
Dude,
let's hear it.
This past weekend, I, was at a hotel with a friend.
Okay.
And I put on white noise, the thing you always hate on.
Okay, I've low-key changed my mind about it, but keep going. I'm still gonna hate on you, but
I swallowed that weird. But what do you mean change your mind about? Let me explain first and then you explain.
All right, go ahead.
So I put on white noise and my boy was like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. Like kind of made fun of me a little bit, but he's like, that's fine. Next day we woke up, we were both very hungover. So what do? We went downstairs, we got breakfast, and we went back upstairs.
I saw what you did to those waffles. That was weird, dude. I got a picture of your waffles. And
horrible things to those waffles.
Just looks horrible. Anyway, so you went upstairs.
So we went back upstairs after breakfast, got a nice, healthy breakfast.
Yeah.
Went upstairs. And then I was like, let's take a 1 hour nap before we have to be at this shoot that we're going to do. And he's like, bro, I can't fall back asleep, especially like when I'm hungover and I'm drinking and I had been drinking and like
I also can't.
I can't fall, right?
I can't. And I wake up at like 7 a.m. I know you hate it.
So listen to this.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, bro, well, I want a nap. So let's nap for an hour. Turn on the white noise.
But he was snoring.
Dude, the alarm went off and he woke up and he was like, bro, he's like, I have never fallen asleep that quick.
Wow.
And then I said, bro, I told you. Then a couple days, like I think so then we went home. The next day, he texted me and he goes, I'm not even exaggerating right now. White noise changed my life.
Oh, that's actually so sweet that you did that because I know he has issues sleeping. That's actually so. No, actually, I've heard this. So, don't mic you off right now. Here's the thing.
I was like, I wish I could. I
was talking to someone the other day and they were like, excuse me. They also fall asleep with white noise. And they were just like, it just like quiets my mind. Like otherwise, like I'm just
That's
thinking.
what it's for.
My mind is quiet. There's nothing going on. When I lay down in bed and I put my freaking head down, lights out within seconds. Like anytime. There's nothing going on. I've only had racing thoughts a few times, like when trying to go to bed. And it's miserable. I don't know how people live like that. Like it is literally so freaking miserable.
So wait, that's why you changed your mind? Because some other mystery friend told you that white noise, it quiets their mind.
No.
And you go, oh my gosh.
No.
That makes sense.
No, this is like what we just talked about. How like when you're a teenager, you don't care what your parents say, but somebody else says it is valid. It's simply because you've said it that I'm like, this is stupid.
That's so freaking cringe. No, biologically, we're not friends anymore.
Hold on. Here's the thing. I just think that like in my head, you should try not to rely on things.
Of course.
Okay. And so it feels like you rely on white noise.
Guess what you rely on? A freaking memory foam bed, a pillow,
you know
sheets.
What I rely on?
Guess
light,
what?
Because I'm
if
scared
you're
of the
freaking
dark.
outside on the hard ground, yeah, that too. If you're on the ground and you don't got a pillow, guess who's not going to sleep as well? You. Guess what? Guess what you also depend on? AC, a fan, all this stuff.
All right. Fair point.
Yeah,
I actually have nothing to say. That is a fair point.
Yeah, it is.
Some mystery.
Like who? I've been preaching this for years. It's like.
No, I'm just saying. Whatever. Anyways, question for you, and this is because we're drinking right now, and I thought about it.
Okay.
All right, your wife is pregnant.
Can't relate to any of that.
Your wife is pregnant. That's 9 months. 10, technically. Pregnancy is like 10 months or whatever.
Okay. It's 9.
No, it's not. It's like 10.
That just goes against everything that I've ever heard.
I
in my
know,
life.
but it's 10. It is actually 10. Hold on. I need to look this up. Give me a second. Not. No, it is. It's 10.
It's 3 trimesters.
Okay, but hold on.
3 times 3.
Pregnancy, actually 10 months.
Is it
Pregnancy is counted. Pregnancy is counted from the first day of your last menstrual period. This means an extra 2 weeks are counted at the beginning of your pregnancy when you aren't actually pregnant. So pregnancy lasts 10 months, 40 weeks.
So we're getting political now.
I'm
just kidding.
When you're 10 months pregnant, your fetus reaches, it's 10 months.
Okay, whatever. I just never like.
This also has nothing to do with anything. Anyway.
Okay.
Anyways, that's a long freaking time. Okay. That's the better part of a year. Mm-hmm. Your wife can't drink because she's pregnant with your child. Mm-hmm. Are you drinking?
Every single night.
I'm drinking for 2, baby.
Yeah, I got it ×2 every drink.
I don't know. I've seen this thing where like men just stay sober the whole time.
I could definitely do it. It definitely depends on, you know what? I'm going to say this straight up. I think it heavily depends on the dynamic of my marriage. Now, in my perfect ideal world, I would be blacked every night. And not have a baby. I'm kidding.
Pregnancy who?
No. I think that I would, and I see my future like we have obviously individual lives, individual friends, but also for the most part, I would like to have the same social style to where we can go out and together. And it's like, that's the most fun that I have with my significant other. So if it's like that, then I think I wouldn't purposely say I'm going to stay in because, or I'm not going to drink because my wife's not, but I like it to be like, oh, well, like half my friend group is already not drinking, aka like my wife, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I might as well just not.
I feel like there's also a difference between like you drinking so much that she has to take care of you while she's pregnant versus
bro.
Exactly. No, I know, but I'm just saying like
But even if she's not pregnant, bro, you should not have to take care of me.
I know.
Maybe once a year.
But I'm just saying you're allotted once every quarter. My birthday. Yeah, no. I just think I definitely don't think that there needs to be like that much of an extreme. Like I feel like when you're pregnant, and I obviously don't know, but I feel like you don't even think about drinking really. Like maybe like you're excited to, but like it's not like I don't know.
Like you have like really the thing is you can't, and so I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't think.
Yeah.
Obviously, you might have a little FOMO here and there, but I think at the end of the day, you're creating a human in your head. You know that.
Yeah, you're more excited about that.
But are we talking about where, like, let's say yes, most of the time I'm not drinking, but my friends one night want to like go crazy? Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Sorry. Like.
No. I totally agree. I think it's beautiful either way. Like I respect anybody that like makes that choice. I guess. Like I think that it's cool. It should be like, no, we're going to go through this together or whatever.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, I wouldn't even really want my husband to do that. I'd be like, go drink. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's a give and take, right? Like you're missing out on this very, like, let's say, socially, the social aspect you're missing out on. So obviously the other person can put more effort into some other area.
Exactly. Well, and I fully believe like that, like that's the relationship I want. Like that's what I'm going to have. Cause otherwise, no freaking way. I feel like it's literally not an exaggeration. I I do think like women's bodies are made for pregnancy, but that does not make it any less of a like remarkable thing. Like they should be so protected, so taken care of. Like it's insane. Like because think about it, you're growing this baby. Where's that baby getting all its stuff from? It's literally just taking all of your nutrients and stuff.
No,
but anyway,
100%.
I was just wondering what your thoughts were on that.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know. I think it'd be something to talk about. I don't even think it would be that much of a conversation.
Yeah,
like, it's like literally
just, like,
whatever.
Naturally, just happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You know what I was asked recently?
What?
Someone asked me this. They said, Xander, how do you have so many girlfriends? Like how? Like what is it? Mm-hmm. And that confused me because why are you giving me that? Like, why is that not confusing? What? Like that seems
no.
You're confused of why they're asking.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Got you.
Yeah. It's interesting.
I just thought it was interesting because I think realistically, a lot of guys don't have too many girlfriends, whatever.
Because they don't view women as people. They might continue.
As people.
I meant what I said.
Well, the simple fact I said, this is the key. And listen closely. Lean in.
Oh, God.
Lean in. I was like, simply don't flirt. It's not that hard. A lot of friends that I have that we're very close that are women. Like because I didn't say this, but now this is a good point. How do you have so many guy friends? How do you have so many homies?
Yeah.
Not you. The guy that I'm talking to, how do you have so many guy friends?
Yeah.
You don't flirt with them.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So why is it any different?
It's because they don't view women as people. No, they view women as freaking objects. It is like, that's literally what it is. I'm sorry. Like, I don't care who you are. You might be a great person. You don't realize that you're actually objectifying women. If you only see women as people for you to flirt with, to potentially get into bed with, what does that say? If you can't possibly fathom like a platonic relationship with a woman, if your first instinct is to always flirt with her, that's intentional. Like you.
Now I will say, I will play devil's advocate, and not to be like whatever. I'm just saying, I'm friends with a lot of girls. Like I said,
yeah.
When we walk into a bar, if there's a cute guy there, maybe it's my friend, maybe it's someone else, maybe it's whatever. A lot of times, their first reaction too is be like, "Oh, like who's that? Oh, like
okay, yes, of course, that's human nature." But like, there's a difference between like women are completely capable of meeting a man. Like, I would say that most of the men like I meet, my instinct is not, I'm going to flirt with this person. Like that just doesn't even, I'm just like, hi. Like, I don't know. I think, again, there is a different, I think most men do not have any type of platonic relationship with women because they don't view that as a possibility. Right. Like, so.
Yeah. I mean, and I just think, and I think it kind of is like
so funny that you say that don't flirt with them. Like that's so, I can't even believe that that's a thought. Like I just like, because my reality is so much more different. Like as a girl, it's just like, I don't know. No girl thinks like that. No girl. I would never have to tell a girl like, dude, you're not getting any like friends that are dudes because like you need to stop flirting with them. Like it's just so crazy.
Well, because technically from a girl's perspective, the more you flirt with, probably the more guy friends you will have. Like if you think about it, you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Like if you're a girl who flirts with all these guys, they're all going to be your friend. You're going to have a lot of guy friends. But it's not the same vice versa. Like if a guy flirts with every girl, he's not going to have a lot of girlfriends. But if a girl flirts with every guy, it's going to happen like that.
It's because the same thing. Guys want one thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's different advice to give to each of them. But what I'm saying is like, bro, like, and this comes with my whole theory about the whole like knowing someone as a friend at least a little bit before you get romantic with them. Mm-hmm. Because I think that if you approach a situation to where, let's say you think this person's cute or not or whatever, but you just approach it not even fully platonically, but just not being so outwardly like I want date. You. Like, it has so many, like one, if you end up not, you get to know them. Let's say you end up not having feelings for them, but they're an awesome person. Boom. You haven't set any weird expectations.
Right.
You're fine. You're platonic. You're fine. Be friends. That's exactly how you do it. Now, same thing. Let's say that you, I lost my train of thought, to be honest. I'm kind of lit.
I'm not.
I'm cutting this part.
You can't cut the parts you want to cut and leave me looking like a dumbass every week because I'm like, cut this part out, Xander. Come on, cut it out.
Yo, our friend the other day was like, every time Elena says cut it out, you don't. But
he turns it up.
But I will say, they wouldn't see the parts that I do cut out, nor would you. I do. There are like probably 1 out of 10 times you say it, I'll do it. And we've had 10 episodes, so I've done it once.
I listened to your wishes one time. I don't know. No, there's not really that many. I just don't want to say something stupid.
Yeah. And
like
that's the stuff I cut out.
I don't know. I don't know if you cut that part.
No, that was actually, so I Googled it later. That's actually a thing. That definitely, because bone marrow has like,
bro, it's just embarrassing because I've taken anatomy and physiology and
but that was right what you said.
No, and immunology. I know it was right. I just like, what if it was wrong?
Yeah.
And I've taken all these classes, like dumbass.
Yeah. Are you trying to go to med school?
Yes.
Why?
No. I just have always, like, it's just always been a passion. Like, I've always wanted to do it. I've always wanted to have like that knowledge of the human body. And I've always wanted to do all of that. I know that you're skeptical. It's truly what I want.
I get you.
You're like,
all I'm saying is this. I've seen you way more passionate. Like, I'm saying, like, on fire passionate about other things that are not related to medical.
How could I show you that I'm passionate about medical?
What do you mean? I'm just saying, how do you show me that you're passionate about anything?
Well,
the way you talk about starting a business, the way you talk about coding, the way you talk about like.
But this is why. Let me tell you why. Because there's such a big potential for failure in med school for me that like telling a fuck ton of no. I'm not scared of failing. It's just telling a fuck ton of people and failing. I'm
just kidding. Go ahead.
Oh my God. I really need to watch my. Can you?
No, you're fine. You've been way better. Whatever, doesn't matter. I put explicit now on Spotify.
No, that's actually so funny. No, I truly feel that way.
So, you said there's so much room for failure in medical school. I am almost
not room for failure in medical school. Hold on, I don't care if I flunk out of medical school. I care if this is something I talk about. And then I like never pursue it. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. Like that to me is a failure. Like if I never try, but this is something I will regret for the rest of my life if I don't at least try. I know I will.
Okay.
I've been wanting to do this since my second grade teacher used to call me Dr. Barisha. That is literally what she called me.
Right. And I know that it was like a childhood thing of yours, but you had no idea the potential of coding and business and
like I said, I don't want to work in a hospital the rest of my life. Mm-hmm. That's not the goal. I know that sounds insane. Sorry. I know that sounds insane. It's like, I want that knowledge and I want to use it for something, but it's not necessarily like me working in a freaking hospital every day. Like I don't envision that. I don't even know if I would do residency. Like, I don't know. Like, especially if I like, yeah, I don't know.
Interesting.
You're like,
As a kid, I always wanted to be an inventor. That's what I always said.
You are an inventor.
Yeah, in some abstract, weird way. I make freaking videos.
You have ideas all the time about that stuff.
Yeah. But not inventing a new product. I don't even know. Maybe it's somewhere along the lines of that, but point is, let your dreams die, kids. No, you find new passions in life.
I know that. But I still think I will regret if I don't try this.
Even if let's just say tomorrow, you started a business and you grinded towards it and that's all you did for years and you're so passionate about it and it's helping people and it's building and and you sell it for $1 kajillion.
I still want to know the freaking information. I know that sounds crazy, but I want to know the inner workings.
You just want the expensive part.
What? What
you just want the expensive.
I just want the schooling. I just want to go to school. I literally just want to go to school. I'm like, please let me in. I don't have to practice on another person. I just want to know this. No, that's not true. I do want to give advice. You're like, really? Have you heard of YouTube?
Yeah.
Any book? Have you picked it up? Like, yeah. No, I want to know it. And I think I'd be really good at it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's okay. We're young. You know what? I heard a video the other day. They said, yeah, I heard a video. Someone said, when I was in my 20s, I wanted to be a millionaire. Mm-hmm. Now that I'm a millionaire, I want to be in my 20s.
We talked about this last week. Yeah.
I think this episode was fire. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. Yo, listen, whoever's watching this at this point, whenever people message us or whatever and say, oh, yeah, literally.
For the two of you that are still watching.
8 of us, maybe.
I'm kidding.
No, but it's dope. We've been getting texts like, it's so fun to listen to.
And it's people that I don't even expect. I'm like, where did you come from? Thank you.
Dude, someone I saw at the gym I haven't seen since high school literally came up to me and was like, dude, when I see your guys' podcast, it's like I'm in high school chilling with you guys again.
He said you guys were childish and immature.
Yeah. I was like, we haven't grown up. I got it.
You guys.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Peace.
We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Bye.
I'm never going to get it right. Bro.